Well, there were 9 photographers who recently flew deep into the Southern Alps by helicopter in search of a glimpse of the fabled Canterbury Cat, or the Canterbury Panther, if you wish, or any other great find for that matter. The trip, it was initially expected to be, a bit of a spoof. However, it turned out with quite unexpected results or success. One of those photographers, Tony Stewart. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
Good morning, Blair. Thanks for having us.
You are most welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. And I am very excited about this. Of course, the first episode in pursuit of giants, the Canterbury Cat. This is something that I think everyone has kind of heard about it. The reason you wanted to get into it and you were kind of, I guess, on board with the concept from the start, correct me if I'm wrong, is because come 10, 12 years ago, you potentially saw what was a giant cat?
Correct, yeah. And then we had a conversation with a group of photography friends. We're all members of the Institute of Professional Photographers, and we were having a chat, and the conversation came up, and I felt like I've actually seen this. And then Sarah McGregor, our ED, actually in your region there, was talking to another fellow, Richard Wood, and when they heard that I'd seen it, goodness, they were quite amazed to think someone had actually spotted this thing. And Richard said, well, should we go and have a look for this? And I said, well, it doesn't really work that way. No one's really gone out to find it. But they said, look, if you want to go, we'll go for a walk in the hills and see what we can come up with. And so we just went off actually hunting and brought in some other buddies, and the group of 9 went in, and we were kind of thinking, there's a next to no chance of seeing a cat that really no one knows exists and where. But, we went away up in the hills, and next minute we found some evidence. We were going out for a day walk, and we were getting a bit tired, and we came across some footprints in the sand, and we were thinking that's a bit odd because we'd seen some deer ones a bit before, and they weren't hooved. And then we sort of started looking around a bit more, and there was like some kitten baby ones as well. And then we saw the scratch mark, and I think, well, there's not many animals that actually bury their poo and stuff in the high country, so it's certainly not chamois or tar or deer. So the only thing it could be was something sort of feline. And we're digging around, and the prints that we saw, the biggest ones were the size of a business card and credit card. So we're thinking, goodness, this is something that is unusual.
So with prints that size, I mean, to put it into kind of comparison with a cat, how big would it be if you saw prints that size?
Look, we're guessing because we haven't seen this cat, but the size of the paw marks, we'd say it would be the size of a medium to large dog. We've sort of said it could be like a Labrador or golden retriever, that kind of size. The baby prints that were sort of walking around with this one, they were what we would say would be normal domestic kind of cat prints,
I've never seen anyone get so excited when they dig up potential panther poo.
Yeah.
But potentially, you've taken that away. You're going to get that tested?
Well, look, we have. I've got it in the freezer at home, and the wife's a bit upset about it, to be fair. So it is sitting there. But look, we kind of came back, and our trip was all self-funded. We did have some generous support from sponsors, but because we're doing this as a group of mates, really, we haven't really got the funds to do it. And then we asked around some of the testing places. It turns out that we've got a pretty big wild cat problem in New Zealand, and Doc and the likes have got a number of these things in freezers already that they've found. So we haven't got it tested yet, and the sounds of it, well, we don't know what it is. We just add this to the collection that Doc got,
Yeah. From here, in the pursuit of giants, are you putting the Canterbury Cat behind you now and going for something else, or what happens now for episode 2? What can we expect for chapter 2?
And this is the thing, we thought, goodness, we kind of have a bit of a lucky break with this, and because we all love taking pictures and we're filming and we're doing this just for a bit of a laugh together, we can't drop this. So we're looking at plans at the moment for potentially something down Stewart Island way, and that may or may not involve sharks, so we'll see how that comes together. We may yet go back in the hills and see if we can get another look at this cat again. So, look, we're open to opportunity and certainly looking at how we can just keep going with this.
Well, for a bunch of photographers, you are very brave.
Well, it's good fun, and we certainly we certainly have fun together, and that's actually more about what we're doing. The cat thing is a really great byproduct of just getting together and having a laugh and having fun, and I think more Kiwis that can get out there and enjoy the backcountry and what New Zealand has to offer, I think that's probably the message.
And who but knows what you might find. inpursuitofgiants.co.nz. Tony Stewart, thank you so much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.